Is it set?
Did you share the link around?
Where do I have to share it at?
I don't know. I shared it through to Nipuna. You can get it through there.
Do you know what happened?
Q1, March, Q2.
Just someone put the basic on the bottom so they can
So you're straight after course, is it?
Went to courts, changed, and then he had a practical session.
Ah, okay.
Law college.
Oh gosh. So full day for you.
My days have been like that. I'm used to this now.
Serious?
Because with this practical training going on, we've been all over.
What does the practical training entail?
During our apprenticeship, so we have like courses because I'm mainly corporate.
Yeah.
So I did course.
Nipuna got scared. Nipuna called me and said, "Mama, can delete kara."
But I did Isuli.
Another time I would have scolded him, but today was not the day.
Yes, so she's on my course. So
Huh?
big curriculum, so you have to go through all.
Thank you so much for the ice coffee.
Oh, it's nice meeting you.
Yeah, toast.
That's good.
Can I help you?
Like, the thing is like,
Yeah,
like,
told
I
you.
feel like everybody has their own time frame. So like people who are have now like branched out, done their own thing.
She's actually listening to live stream.
Yes.
That's like a
On the other side. No, just only her. What is the
You have to see about
He's lying.
That phone? They can hear him.
They're meeting other people as well. Good morning. So I took her for lunch, I did the whole thing, and so I came back to work on this like today. I'm like, no, I need to have a last because I should have pushed through today, and after that I will collapse tomorrow.
So I was finally going on a trip tomorrow. I try to make my weekends either a trip or just stay home.
But I realized it's a mistake. You want to feel like you want to kill yourself on Monday. So.
Yeah, that is there, yes.
So you might as well enjoy it and then like we like have a sort of like, okay, you know what, it was good. True. We also, I think, have this one coming in, Gajan.
I know Gajan,
Okay.
yes. I met him once or twice.
So I think he's coming in today as well.
So for me, yes.
Yeah, so then he's going to be doing it.
Is it presentation?
No, actually, so it's not like an outcome training program.
Oh.
Yeah, so he just wants to get an idea of where everybody is today. So. Hey, can you call Gayatri because I've gone to get this work thing. She's calling me. I think she needs directions.
Let me.
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it. Let me try.
Starting at 6:30, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Can I move your body? Is that okay? So much of tension in this room.
Yeah, Gayatri is here.
What's that? What is he? Hi, good to see you.
Hello.
Hi. They're full on tension. What's the
There's a bit of nervousness in the air.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
You guys are ready? Huh?
Where are we headed? Yeah. Okay, so this time it's not as fancy as the debate, but we're doing it in-house this time. It's good. So let's begin there. Yeah, so I've got a dozen sheets here. Give me 2 seconds. Again, this work is also on the other side.
No, this is my laptop. I have some office work to do. That's how it is.
Yeah, call Padmatyan. Got the money, give it to the customer.
But you will remove your.
Okay, so around I think 12 to 15 people might be speaking, so 10 slots here.
Banda is here.
Same as PM, and your choices, simulation, you can give the full thing. We will not be share
But
it
we
with
got it about it.
anybody, but it will be for my this thing so I can tell them how to do it. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, we tell.
So after this, then login will I think
It is what I said.
Pretty sure she is watching it. Hey, hear us watching.
It's easy for you to write on the this thing. Because sometimes I felt like you guys
Okay,
chose
we'll do a social experiment. Whoever the 10 that's watching should give their names out, then to get the names.
And literally like, actually they are not told us that, but they are challenged to perform and have the confidence to express and get your thoughts across in a clear manner.
Okay, like icebreaker.
Something like
Need to
that.
go practice a little bit more.
Okay, so that's the objective.
That's the objective, but mark them in that criteria so that they know exactly what it is, because none of them are looking professional speakers, they just want to get out of the share box. Got to make that. I mean, you will find. That's the one.
Right already?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah. If you
So
were
don't bitch
reading
about it.
an anonymous judges, like, no, it's gone.
No. So yeah, like I said, we're having a live stream. Although there's not going to be people here, there's going to be people tuning in.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, you don't. Are you sure it's coming? No, not sure. Okay, yeah.
No. So that is supposed to come in and like have a see like the standard.
Happy belated birthday wishes.
Oh, thank you. That's the same. We should say.
Either way, thank you.
Somebody.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody's birthday, so let's all see.
One day.
after.
Good to see you.
You're 88, right?
The group is here.
Yeah. Hi, oh, you're on time. I'm so happy. This is nice. No, last time I remember the morning you were like
torn between the
My bad. Even though I'm not speaking, I'm also tense, that's why.
and you guys like the long session.
This is now like, we are now like.
Yeah, favorite destination.
that's it. Speaking order, not really.
So what would you say?
You already.
When I was.
Anybody wants iced coffee to ease the tension? A little bit of that current, it's all over here.
I was to finish my office.
Both little bit.
Guys, I'm writing the editing it.
I didn't try. And even driving basically.
It's a starting
Yeah, I know, driving, yeah. But it's good. Did you coach something?
Yeah. You can sit there.
What do you think? Yes.
You need, I saw that you were connected to hotspot. Do you need Wi-Fi password?
I could go by phone.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah?
No.
GP. Just take the book. Just take it.
For that. instant serious about Sunday or you forcing?
Huh?
Would you take
Yeah, I see you got it.
Yeah, did you force him to send it?
Look, he was there. I was like, he's asking me, you were there. I told him, where? Anybody knows that GEP board shouldn't pass? iPhones can share.
I know.
Whose jaw am I going to break?
That's the last picture. Send it to me. He sent you the message, no? He sent you in front of me. Where did you go?
His father would have forced him.
Uncle Lisa. He's got it.
Oh, he doesn't know.
No, I know.
You don't get it, huh? I wish I got to look at a comment watch out. Beach. In another half an hour, take your watch ice cream. You was one pastor. Who? Okay. Maya.
Is there a meeting item?
Sorry.
Oh, Maya.
I'm just thinking about the calculations on that.
I think so.
Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, like we got Karavasa.
She's an independent woman.
Messenger क्या कर रहे
He gets to you have one idea.
What do you guys
ठीक है वो मैं देख नहीं रहा
There was a cat.
because
I have
can't
it.
duplicate like you have to
I'll keep it like I don't have a picture.
not everybody should be coming on.
Yeah. Hold on. I will. What is there? I will block.
It has a lot of creativity. It's like an origin story. But it is like the first time. Like the first 5 minutes also he's there. Okay, whatever.
Why you was putting a logo?
No, this is not to give about it. They are also confirmed the other people from here. She said it's more on it. She said that.
They make me go ahead.
I have to sound you guys saying
Yeah, I was doing
no, don't write it.
Yeah, don't.
First time at the office, right? Are you came now for the quiz? I'm came. Nice.
Yeah, first time here. It's a nice office space.
Thank you.
And this is really creative when we're doing it.
The TV is generally on the other side.
Oh, right.
Set it up there.
So when you have, they come enter through that?
But they,
And then through, okay.
they can be speaking there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I think
Okay.
yeah, and it's not on mute.
It's not on. Hi. Vicky texted saying she can hear us, so it's not on mute.
So that's why you do all your podcasts and stuff.
Yes, the long Samantha featured in our podcast. She's our highest viewed speaker on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
320,000 views.
I'm
Leonard,
very proud of that.
please.
I'm very proud of that. Because there were influencers on this as well.
For a month, we haven't been posting on TikTok, but we're gaining followers. I mean, the TikTok queen is using that as an excuse not to post, but well.
I'm very proud of that service.
You go check the GEP TikTok. It's a second pin video, 320,000.
I don't have time.
Yeah, we are promoting our TikTok page. You know, all these while were not working, all of a sudden you started working. Wishmi, I'm not going
That deserves a standing ovation.
Shall we start it? Very
You always like that it with the same thing.
She's waiting on Tenori, then we can start.
Okay, so
Is that okay?
if
Yeah, just one more person.
These are all the
Well, the parents are. You also did it nicely. You know what I'm going to say? Your dad. On your cousins. Is that going to be?
the calling name.
Okay,
How long
let me
will
go.
it take this one?
Hello, good evening. Are you coming?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, I'll tell them. It's okay, no problem. No problem. No problem.
Love. Daddy gonna get it late. Your mom is on it.
Then Isalia will be late, 20 to 30 minutes.
But Isalia is coming late.
Yeah.
Who is this supposed to be? Where is it?
There was supposed to be 2 more pages.
Hello? Auntie. Where are you? Auntie, don't come to the lift first. You got it. Thank you.
No, the speaker.
Who's doing it?
Hi, Auntie.
We started in July something, right? Yeah, so that is the third time.
I was checking on the YouTube page. So, can you just talk about this in the starting? Everybody
Festival of the moon.
in this case, I introduce you, yeah? And then you're going to take it.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Yeah, exactly. No, not yet. I should be. Apparently, none of you should be nervous according to the judges. You lose points if you are nervous. You lose points. Release the tension. You can have some music with it. It's just too dull. Huh? Hi, Amy. Amy is on the YouTube. She won't be able to see.
I know.
Won't be able to see. Can you forward to see? So, you guys should start sitting from here. That way, you can see Anand. Everybody's ready? Is this the thinking? August? Is that my backdrop? Is that my backdrop?
You can hear your fellow. Yeah, we can see contestants.
I'm seated there. Yes. I'm seated. True. No, I'm not. I'll give you another chair then.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Come on, guys. More. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We'll keep it short because we got a lot of speeches today. Thank you for all who turned up from outside GEP. Thank you to the judges. But above all, thank you, Samita. Over the last year, it's weird to call you Samita. Over the last year, you've been training these guys. I, for myself, have seen the growth in each and every one of them, preparation and all that stuff. Thank you so much. I'm going to call you up here to tell everybody what this is all about. Thank you.
Okay, good evening everybody once again. Good evening. Thank you very much. Okay, so we all know why we are here. We are here for the GEP. Speech contest. You don't have any idea why you all are here? We have a problem. Well, once again, why are you here? Speech. Is Leonard the only person who's speaking today? Alright, so we are here for the GEP speech contest, and like Leonard said, we have been doing one session per month for the last year, spacing it out, and trying to find ourselves being more confident and learn more personal development skills and so on and so forth. So I hope you have learned something, yes? No?
We're too nervous.
Are we too nervous? Yeah, okay, that one I heard you on. Alright, so very quickly before we start, I would like to run some housekeeping rules with everybody. Can we have everybody please switch off your phone or turn it to the silent mode so that we will not disrespect the speakers up front. Let's take a moment to do that. Everybody pull out your phones very quickly, put it to silent or switch it to silent. Alright, brilliant. Can we have everybody also seated down please? Can everybody find a chair? GEP staff, can we all find our places very quickly? I know you have enough chairs in your office. Alright, so please refrain from walking about when speeches are being conducted because it's going to create a little bit of confusion for the speakers. It's going to divert the speakers, so we don't want to do that. Make sure you all are seated down, and if you really have to use the facilities, try to hold it in until I come forward and then you can rush. Understood?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, so today's speakers, we have about around 10 to 12 speakers today taking up the stage, all of them GEP staff members, and the speech allocated time is 4 to 5 minutes. So at 4 minutes, speakers, the timer will indicate by the green card. Madam Timer, can we call the green card? All right. At 4 minutes 30 seconds, you will be showing the amber card. Okay. And at 5 minutes, she will be holding the red card until you have finished speaking. As you all know, at 5 minutes 30 seconds, it will be an automatic disqualification. Yes? All right, brilliant. On that note, I believe we are ready to conduct today's speech contest. Yes? Yes.
The speaking area, where should they stand?
Generally here.
So that the camera also picks them up.
Okay, can I have some help on the live stream, please? Can somebody help me set it up where the speaker is supposed to speak from? Here? Okay, so everybody who is speaking, oh, sorry, this way?
Yeah, that's right.
This way? Okay, so you do know
set
this
it up
stuff right
further
here? Remember, all the speakers to come very quickly and identify the place? All okay?
Yeah.
Over here is where you're going to be captured by the live stream as well. Yes? X marks the spot. This is it. Are we visible on live stream?
Yes.
Somebody
Oh,
else.
in a minute.
Can you raise it up a bit, please?
Okay.
Yeah, the painting.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much for that. Okay, are we good to go? Judges, are we ready? And time, are we ready? All right, so without further ado, let us begin. Our first speaker for the day, Anankali Pallemulla. Live your life. Live your life. Anankali Pallemulla.
Hi everyone, good evening. So, if there's something that we really don't have enough time to talk about and something that we often forget to talk about is our life. So let's simply take this time to talk about our life and how we can live our life. As we all agree, life is the most precious gift. But with our daily challenges, busy schedules, it is easy to lose the sight of its beauty and also its value. Today, everyone is rushing from one task to the other, packed with responsibilities and future goals. So when we are struggling with these factors, we forget that the moments we are living in will never come back. So why are we in this massive, endless competition, the battle? According to my point of view, it's because we all want to be successful in life. But hold on, how do you define the success? Is it all about your income, your job, your education qualifications, or your properties? What and how? If we take a person for an example, when they are in their early 20s of age, they do consider and they do believe success is all about being the best, doing the best, being the jack of all trades. So they do this, do that. Oh, that's not. But when you grow day by day, when you mature day by day, at one point of your life, you will realize the success is simply the real happiness of your life. The happiness of everyone in your inner circle. So have you ever experienced success in that way? Yes? No? Maybe not yet. Life is a beautiful and a long journey. But the problem is we never know when and where it stops. When the time is up, whether we are ready or not, whether we are done with our responsibilities and duties, we just have to go. You will be the most intelligent person in the world. You will be the richest person in the world. But remember, the rule and the magic of the nature is she just let us to do anything we want to some extent, but when she draws, we all have to surrender. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, when you have to surrender, there's no any other option. So that is the simple reality of life. So make sure you live your life as much as you can. Just have your own inner little circle where you're always welcome, accepted and included. If you want to take a break in your life, so just go for it. If you are tired and fed up by being judged, remember, judges are going to be judges forever. Just let them be. Don't worry about them. But if you are not really happy about how you spend your life, what you do in your life, then you have to take some time and you have to think, you have to find the reason for your unhappiness and then find a solution to make yourself happy. So as I said before, life is a long journey, but the time is very limited. So just value yourself, value your dignity, accept yourself. Just work and walk slowly, there's no rush, till you find the real happiness of your life, the togetherness of your loved ones. The day that you find that, remember, you will be the most successful and the richest person in the world. So just work and walk for that one beautiful day. Thanks.
Now we have 2 minutes silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our second speaker. Our second speaker, Joanna, Leonard. The recipe. The recipe, Joanna, Leonard.
Good evening, everyone. Do you know when you're officially an adult? When you're arguing with a toaster. So I was married and it's only been a month and I was at my husband's house and we decided to do dinner for both of us and we had this suggestion came up from my husband. He said, you know, we have this toaster. We bought it from Singapore and it's working perfectly fine for 19 years. Why don't we take it out for the toast? So it was a good idea. We took it out and I can see my father-in-law visibly nervous about this whole thing. And then we plugged the toaster, we put the slices of bread into it and I turned to the side and start washing some vessels and my husband has stepped out of the kitchen and suddenly, boom! And I'm like, where's this sound coming from? And then I was like, okay, and then I turned back, my husband is running from the room to the kitchen and guess what? The toaster is smoking. This toaster, which worked perfectly fine for 19 years, decided to die on me. And most importantly, this toaster is related to a lot of childhood memories and it's like a family treasure. And I'm looking at this toaster and I'm thinking, you lived all the way for 19 years and you can't just survive for a night and you decided to die on me. And then I was like, maybe cooking is not something for me. And then eventually I started learning and that was a start for a very beautiful journey. When I saw this Instagram posts about this effortless, quick, pretty food, I was like, wow, that's really easy. I can also do this. But then when I entered into the kitchen and started cooking, the oil just started popping like I personally offended it, and the onions made me tear more than my ex-boyfriends. And I was like, this is so difficult. But then eventually everything came into place. My food started tasting really good and it was so amazing. When I served it to my family, my friends, they started complimenting me in such a way that I became the main character of the story. So this way I learned that sometimes life can be chaotic, messy, and it could be very difficult at moments. But it will all fall into place and it will start becoming a better place for you to start your dreams. So based on that, I started watching these recipes and I was very confused at the beginning because it said a pinch of salt. I was wondering, is it like a pinch of salt of my hands or the size of your hands, or is it like the size of Hulk's hand? I don't know. So I was just sprinkling this salt into the foods until I hear my ancestors say, that's enough, my child. And then eventually it turned out okay. And sometimes in life, what works for one person doesn't work for everyone. And it's okay. And similarly, when I started feeding my family and friends, they stopped forgetting me. They started calling me, asking for food again and again. And that's when I realized that food connects people, friends, families, and sometimes even strangers. So that's my passion. And sometimes life is like a big kitchen. Sometimes you spill things, sometimes you mess everything, but everything will fall into place. If it doesn't, then that's what takeouts go. Thank you so much, everyone.
Take 2 minutes for daughters to mark their balance.
We are ready for our next speaker. Speaker number 3. Wishmi Pereira. The Fight. The Fight, Wishmi Pereira.
The fight that taught me to live. You have cancer. This is just 3 words, but they shattered whole my life in second. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today to speak about my cancer journey and how it's completely changed my life. In 2021, I went to family doctor to take medicine for my continuous cough. When I went to the doctor, he gave me a medicine, but he didn't answer for me. So he advised me to take X-ray for my lungs area. That was the beginning of my treatments, tests actually. From X-ray to biopsy, I did countless tests to identify what was the root cause of my cough. Finally, I got it, my biopsy report. I had to show the report to my physician. While I was waiting to show my physician, I just Googled it, what was stating my reports. There, the result was, there was one type of a cancer, and in that moment, in my mind, flooded so much in fear. While I was waiting to show the report to the physician, and yes, the physician
confirmed that I have cancer. On that moment, I was with my parents, my father. Father started to cry, and how much he cried, doctor got scared, and he just stand up and he gave his seat, because in that room there was only 2 seats, and me and my mother were seated already. Then my physician advised me I had to go to a surgery. Then I underwent surgery, thought that was the end of my treatment for my cancer. But no, my surgeon told my parents I had to go to a chemotherapy also. Due to they could remove only 80% from the cancer cells from the growth. So I refused to go for the chemotherapy because I was feared losing my hair and changing my appearance. But somehow my father forced me to do a chemotherapy. When I started chemotherapy, I realized it was just a tiny thing of losing hair compared to the changes and challenges I had to face during the chemotherapy. First thing, my vision has reduced and my blood level went 0. Due to that lack of my blood in my body, I couldn't stand up and I couldn't walk because I get fainted. I couldn't go even to the toilet alone, to the washroom alone. So I had to go to, I have to use a wheelchair. Then, yes, I did chemotherapy also. Then I thought that was the end. No, according to the chemotherapy reports, there were some more cells in my body. So my oncologist advised me to go for a radiotherapy as well. But I'm here to tell you guys, as a family, we also had so much of plans together. One was the plan to attend my younger brother passing out as a sub-lieutenant in Navy. Yes, we couldn't. Attend to that ceremony also. Only my father could go to that ceremony. And the same year, my youngest brother also faced to the A-levels. I still can remember he was very small one, and he took care of me. And me and my youngest brother, age gap was 10 years. He just looked after me during he was studying. And I want to tell one more thing. I know my time has passed. And my parents decided to sell one of lands to fund my treatments. But it happened as we planned initially. So we had to take some money from someone. I took from Leonard. He didn't ask me anything. He didn't take any legal document that I will pay him back. I'm forever grateful that Leonard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now have 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
we move on to our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth speaker for the night, Kabisha Ranasa. I haven't given out the topic yet. So let me try that again. Our fourth speaker, Kabisha Ranasa. Do you brush your teeth every day? Do you brush your teeth every day? Kabisha Ranasa.
Well, guys, the topic says it all. Do you brush your teeth every day?
Yes.
Don't know? Why do you brush your teeth every day?
Yes.
But why do you brush your teeth every day?
Because it's a practice.
Good. Not bad. Okay. So, guys, if we don't brush our teeth every day, what happens? We might not feel, but everyone else around us will feel unpleasant about it, right? So, that is how important it is to be joyful every day. Let me do a small experiment. Then I need you again here. Dilu, Himali. Please stand facing this side. Okay. Look at me. Thank you guys. Okay. So hope you saw through this little experiment that how contagious we are as human beings. So isn't it that we should be pleasant every day? We are that contagious. So isn't it that we should be pleasant every day? Now, back in the day when I used to feel sad, I would, if someone told me something or if I felt sad, if someone told me that I'm not good or something wrong with me, I would feel sad. What I would do is I would go and eat an ice cream. But that will soothe me for a few minutes. But then again, the sadness will prevail the whole day. Let's say on another day, someone told me that I'm not good enough or something is not working in me. Again, I would feel sad. I would go and buy an ice cream. But again, this ice cream would make me happy for the next few minutes, but the sadness will still prevail. So guys, the thing about this cycle is, now, on one hand, if I am sad for the whole day, or if the sadness is accumulated over time, what will happen is I will pass the buck to someone else. And on the other hand, if I have been eating ice creams, I'm going into diabetes in installments. So this had to stop. And I was thinking what can I do about this, because I didn't feel good about it, because if I'm not pleasant enough or if I'm falling sick, it's not going to do good to me or neither to anyone around me. So I found an amazing thing which it was introduced by my father. An amazing program called Inner Engineering, guys. I hope I'm holding it correct, yeah. It's in engineering. So this program is coming from, this program is from India, and it is about all ancient yogic practices. Now, the best part about this program is, guys, it was found by Harvard that there was 50% reduction in stress of employees, of the employees who followed this program. Then again, it also enhanced the sleep quality, and then it built the endocannabinoids in the brain. You know what endocannabinoids is? It's basically the chemical in the brain that increases your mood stability. And then on another research done by Rutgers University, it was found that people who practice the inner engineering program had inner engineering program on a Fortune 500 employees, they had improved their productivity, alertness and effectiveness in their work. So guys, you know, it's easy to eat an ice cream, it'll live for a short while. But what if I say there's a way that you can sustain your joy every day so that you're pleasant every day and you do not pretty much fall into illness? So why keep postponing your joy? If anyone out in this room speaks to me after this speech, probably that would be the winning point of this speech to follow this program. Thank you guys.
Can we have 2 minutes for the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you very much. Now before we proceed, can I just take a very quick refresher and remind all our speakers that for the benefit of the live feed, make sure that you are standing in this area so that you are captured for our live feed audience as well. Yes? Alright, moving on. Our next speaker. Speaker number 5. Hassini, Anand. It's okay. It's okay, Hassini, Anand.
Many of you here today would know me as Hassini Anand, the person who is leading the academic operations at Global Education Platform. But I am also a mother. I have a 2-year-old daughter. I get asked this question most of the time. Hassini, how do you balance your work with a toddler running around in your house? Hassini, I want to be like you. Tell me how you do this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to tell about my journey today. Well, it all dates back to 2022. In 2022, right before the hour of the holidays, Sajid called me into the boardroom, sat me down, and he told me, Hassini, I want you to take up academic operations. I want you to slowly move away from business development and take over academic operations and bring it up to the standard of business development. I was happy. I said, why not? I can do that. But soon after the April holidays, my home pregnancy kit becomes positive. I took a picture of the home pregnancy kit and I sent it to Saji. Saji, I'm pregnant. I don't know whether I can take academic operations right now. It's a whole new function to me. Saji called me on the phone. He congratulated me. And he told me, it's okay. You're going to be just fine. I trusted him, and I took academic operations to my hands, and I kept moving forward. And then came the pregnancy. My pregnancy was not the easiest, because my baby did not turn in my lap. She was standing all the time, head up, feet down. It was painful, exhausting. I was in pain most of the time, and I was bleeding for weeks. But I didn't give up. Half of the time I came to office, I was sleeping on the second floor couch. Lying on the couch one day, I took my phone and I texted Saji. I can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. Saji came to the couch, sat me down, looked into my eyes, and he said, it's okay. You're going to be just fine. I trusted him and I kept moving forward. And then we came up with this beautiful maternity leave plan. We started training individuals and we delegated responsibilities. And everything was planned for my delivery in January 2023. But suddenly, in December 2022, my daughter surprised all of us by coming into this world. I was shattered. I was stressed. And my husband saw the stress in me, and I spoke to him. I told him, I have failed my function. I have failed GEP. I don't know what to do. He held my hands and he told me, it's okay. You're going to be fine. And we kept moving forward. And the newborn days was not the easiest for me. As a first-time mother, I was struggling. Countless feedings, multiple diaper changes, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't figure things out. When Leonard asked from me, when are you coming back to work, Hassini? I didn't have an answer for him. In fact, for the first time in my life, I didn't have an answer. Then Wishmi and Saji visited me, and they asked for me, when are you coming back to work? I said, I'm not going to be a part of GEP anymore. I'm going to. But Saji looked into me and he said, it's okay. You're going to be just fine. And today, I proudly stand here as the employee that Leonard wants to clone. And today, I proudly stand here as the employee many of my colleagues want to follow as an example. So, if you ever feel like giving up and quitting, just don't. Because it's okay. You are going to be just fine. Thank you.
Can we have 2 minutes for the judges to mark their sheets? Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for our next speaker. Speaker number 6, Milantha Cruz, Universal Languages. Universal Languages, Milantha Cruz.
Have you ever watched a football, cricket match, or any match, for example? Have you felt that connection with the people at the stadium, although you're watching from home, on TV? What does that feel like? You feel the energy rushing through your body, despite not really being there at the stadium. And why do you think this is? There's a deep passion that we feel when we watch these games. There's a deep connection that we feel to these teams. They don't know who we are. We don't know them personally. But there is a commonality, a base, which is beautiful. And it's not just sport. When you take music, have you ever found yourself just weaving and bobbing your head to a foreign song that you don't know the words to? You don't know the meaning to the words of this song, but it's beautiful. So you feel it emotionally. There's a deep connection. And why do you think this is? Isn't that a universal language? I always ask myself, why am I so connected to the club Manchester United? Why? I don't know. I have no personal connection to them. The players don't know me. The management doesn't know me. I myself have never set foot in England, let alone Manchester. But I feel this deep connection. And they have, the players, those 11 players on the field, week in, week out, have the power to control and determine the mood for the rest of the week. And it's ridiculous if you really think about it. How does something that I have absolutely no physical connection to control my life this way? It's bittersweet, it's beautiful, and it's ridiculous to think about. And it's the same with music, right? It's the same. All of us, we listen to these songs. It could be in English, Sinhalese, Tamil, Hindi, Spanish, doesn't matter. Some songs don't even have words. If you listen to what the children are listening to these days. Tech house, I don't know. But there's this deep sense of connection that we feel to this music, that we feel to this rhythm, that is beautiful. And in my opinion, that is an unspoken language. And in my household, my mother is here, and she's recording me, as per usual. In my household, music and sport are held at a very high regard. And there was a beautiful moment 2 weeks ago when I was watching the highlights of the French Open final. My mother was sitting there on the couch with me, and I was falling asleep because I've been working very hard at GEP, as all of you know. And I was dozing off. And if you all have any idea about this year's French Open final, it was one of the best finals ever played, right? And I'm dozing off. And my mother is screaming. I can hear her screaming. She's, "Puta, wake up, wake up." Because she was so invested in the game, in the match. And looking back now, it was such a beautiful moment. And I hold it very dear to me. And this goes far beyond music and sport. It goes up to the arts, various types of art, whether it be theater, dance, even poetry. There's a beautiful unspoken language here that connects us, regardless of where we come from, our ethnicity, our backgrounds, our language. And I'd like to tell you a story about one of my favorite football players who basically ended a civil war because of the love of sport. If you know Didier Drogba, he's from the Ivory Coast, a country that has been taken apart by violence and civil war. And he was able to unite this country and end the civil war through sport. At the end of one match that helped them qualify for the World Cup in 2005, he begged on his knees in the dressing room, surrounded by his teammates, to end the civil war. This was not a political rally. This was after a game. And because of who he was and the people's love for a simple game, they were able to call a ceasefire, which eventually led to a path of peace. And this is why, in my opinion, it is an unspoken language that connects us regardless of our ethnicity, the language we speak, where we come from, and our religion. Because deep down, all of us are connected by feelings, because all of us are simply human. Thank you.
And we take 2 minutes for the judges to mark their balance, please. And on that note, can I remind everybody to please switch off their mobile phone or keep it on silent mode? Because I just now saw my mother in the audience and her ringtone is loud enough to wake up the entire neighborhood. We are now ready for our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, speaker number 7, Tinuki Veerasinghe. The secret they don't tell you about big dreams. The secret they don't tell you about big dreams. Tinuki Veerasinghe. Have you ever looked at a big dream and then felt like it's too small for you to chase it? It's like you are standing here in front of a massive staircase and then you are suddenly realizing that you are wearing flip-flops. And you look up there and telling, oh, I definitely gonna flip my toes. So, it's like this. It's all about the dream that we are chasing. And that dream is telling us to keep calling and moving forward with them. So, when it comes to us and when it comes to me, it wasn't about getting that trophy. It wasn't about climbing that mountain. It wasn't about meeting Beyonce. It was actually something very simple, which is talking in front of people. And there are so many heads I can see here. So, how did I get up there? At first, even when I'm introducing myself, my hands trembled. And it was like my palms sweat, and it was like I was running a marathon. And my voice, it was like a full Bluetooth speaker but with low percentage. It was so shaky, it was so glitchy, and it was very unpredictable. I mean, I know most of the people who are here have been that. It was actually a nightmare, but it has come to reality. So what did I do? I actually did a rehearsal in front of a mirror, and there were my shampoo bottles. I actually thought of them as my live audience. But guess what? They didn't even clap for me. And I was disappointed. Of course I am. And I kept at it. I told myself I will give one more try to tell one more sentence. And then another sentence, and then another sentence. To tell you guys, I actually took a video of myself doing a video. Oh my god, I swear, it was so awkward, it was so embarrassing, and it was so cringe. My voice sounded like a microwave who is going through a terrible emotional break. It was that ugly. Anyhow, there was this something that told me, just get through that one more sentence. So like that, I piled up my little tiny wings, and now I am here. It's like, I'll give you something funny. I actually thought one day, we've been having these personal development sessions almost on every Friday, and we were shaking, literally shaking, because we had to come front and do a video and do a speech. I actually thought, oh my god, what if one day I wake up and magically I wake up and I have the confidence to talk in front of people. Boom, I didn't get that. So what did I do? I actually got into the phase of me being uncomfortable, and I kept going to it. And that's where the difference came in. I'm not here to tell you how to win big, or I'm not here to tell you about the secret sauce or any magical formula to speak. I just want to tell you this. The people that we are admire and the people who are doing big things, they are not superheroes. They are people who mastered the art of doing simple things repeatedly without quitting. I can see Leonard smiling at me because he has been telling this on every Monday morning staff briefing. So, after that, I want to tell, if you want to be a better speaker, you just need to first bring your smile, and then your pose, and then your story with your passion. Let's say you want to start something new. Of course you can do. Don't worry about launching, it will be good. Even if it is not good, just don't worry about it. Because I personally think the history didn't start from the comfort zone. Even Peter Marshall said, small deeds done are better than greater deeds planned. Of course, it's better to do something even small rather than just being here, standing stuck in the planning process. So, just go for it. Go for that big dream you have. Thank you. Let us once again take 2 minutes for the judges to mark their balance. We are now ready for our next speaker. Speaker number 8. Himali Gunatilaka, a guide to a great life. A guide to a great life. Himali Gunatilaka.
Good evening, everyone. Let me ask you a simple question. Who would like to lead a great life with no stress or no regrets? See, each and every one of you would like to have a great life. As I believe a great life is a life with no stress or no regrets. But do not mistake me, it is not a life without any problems. Each and every one of us will have to face problems. Even the richest person and the happiest person in this world will have to face problems. It is the way in which we are going to solve these problems will lead us to have a great life. During a study, a group of people were asked, why aren't they doing great? And the room was divided. Some of them thought it's because of themselves. And also, another part thought it is due to an external force. And also, there was this hybrid group who thought the problem is within them as well within the external force. Now let's take the first group who thought the problem was within them. What could be their solution? If you know you are the problem and if you know you are the controller of your own life, it's a very simple answer. What you have to do is you have to accept change. And that change could be a simple change in your lifestyle, the way you think, or else in your attitude. If you accept this change and if you take this small step, trust me, you will find the solution. And now let's move to the second group who thought the problem was an external force. The initial step should be you have to communicate if that is a person who you could reach to. And most of the time you will not be able to find a solution even after you communicate because it's beyond your control. You cannot control anyone who is external to you. So again, you have to accept that change and you have to change your direction and you have to move on with your life. Now let's see the hybrid group who thought the problem is within them as well as the external force. What do you all think would be the first step? Is it to communicate with the external force? No. First you have to change yourself. Once you change yourself and take that initial step, trust me, most of the time you will find a solution for the entire problem. And also, if you still think that the problem is still with the external force, go and communicate. As I said earlier, most of the time you won't be able to find the solution because external force you are unable to control. Again, you have to accept that change and you have to move on with your life. The day you learn to let it go, you will find the solution. You have to move on with your life. You cannot be stuck in the same place thinking about it and being stressed. And as most of you all know, I am a person who doesn't want to speak in public. And when they introduced this GEP personal development session, I had sleepless night. I was so stressed, I couldn't focus on my work, and I always thought it was due to an external force. I didn't want to change myself the way I think. So what I thought was, I wanted to communicate with that external force, which is Leonard. So I went towards him. I talked to him. I communicated him. I convinced him. I actually pleaded him, but he didn't want to change his mind. So what I did was, I came back and I thought, am I going to be miserable forever? Or am I going to change my life the way I think? So yeah, I thought, actually it's not denim the problem is, it's the problem within me, the way I think. So what I did was, I just took an extra step and I changed myself and I thought I have to take up this challenge. And here, now I am speaking in front of you all. So trust me, if you take that extra step, I'm pretty sure you will be able to find solutions for each and every problem. And if you don't trust me, put into practice. So until then, I wish you everyone a great life. Thank you.
We will now take 2 minutes for the judges to mark their ballots. Are we ready for our next speaker? Ladies and gentlemen, speaker number 9. Minitu Heyantudua. Will it be you? Will it be you? Minitu Heyantudua.
Can I get a raise of hands if you've ever heard this? You have so much potential. Have you ever heard this? Now keep your hands up if you went in front of a mirror and thought, what potential? What potential do they see? What are they talking about? Anyone? Okay, there's a few. I was there with you. So, this is something I learned. What I learned is, there are a certain amount of people, very rare set of people, who can actually see your potential and help you get to the maximum level of potential you have. Now, if you're lucky, I mean really lucky, you'll find out these people and they'll help you get where you want to go. Now for me, I was lucky, thank God. For me, this person or this someone was none other than our close friend, Mr. Anand, fondly known as Sajeev. Now, he's not a millionaire CEO. He didn't have 1 million followers in Instagram and TikTok. He didn't have a morning routine that cost an arm and a leg. But he had one thing that was rare. He had one thing that nobody else had. He had presence. Now, why am I talking about presence? And trust me, this is not a sad story. So don't hold me accountable for it. But this is a story where you learn how to live, how to love unconditionally, and how to live without regret. dear contestant judges, and my fellow potential seekers. At one point of my life, my love life was a mess. I didn't need a playlist with sad songs. I didn't need anyone to motivate me. I just wanted someone to sit in the mud with me and listen to me. Saji was there. Like my own guardian angel, he was right there with me. He had his own separate set of problems, but he never really cared about it. You know why? Because people with regrets don't wait till they are whole to show up for somebody else. And that's exactly what Saji did for me. One fine day, Saji asked me, hey, shall we go for a quick walk? And now I was thinking, okay, cool. This is either my termination letter that's around the corner, I'm gonna get a good hit because I was never the best employee. Leonard knows this. I had a lot of issues when I joined, and as my mentor, as my manager, Saji did everything to cover up for me. So I thought, okay, this is it. Come on. I said, okay, Saji, let's go. And guess where we went? We went to the end of the fourth police station. And I was wondering, wait, police station? By the end of that journey, or that walk, he pointed at a building and said, do you know that? I said, no. That's the last place that the last Sri Lankan king was held before he was taken to India by the British. Now, being in this vicinity, I never have seen this, and I know maybe not a lot of y'all have seen this as well, if you get a chance to do. Now, why did he do this? He knew that I was a huge history buff, and I was into learning history, I was into teaching history. So he knew that I had an interest, and he might have not seen this. He didn't spoil it for me, and he surprised me. Why would someone do this? I kept thinking. And then I remembered, Sajiv is someone who prioritizes connection over convenience. And mind you, Sajiv is someone who's busy as hell. He would have 100 emails in the morning and he'll clear it out in like 2 hours. Next hour, he'll have another 100 to come into. So how could this person take time out for you? Because he was a person who liked to live without regrets. Maybe he wanted to see, okay, I would regret not showing him this one day if he leaves. Would he never see this? So he left that space for me. And that is something special, and that's a connection you cannot find anywhere else. Come October, as we all know, we lost our best friend Sajiv. And through that, there was a lot of learnings to be done. The office didn't feel the same. My jokes didn't land the same because he was the first one to laugh at every single joke that I made, regardless of it being funny or not. The whole atmosphere was weird. But something that I learned is that he didn't leave us with an emptiness. He left us with a template. How to love unconditionally, how to live without regret, how to be there and be present for someone whenever they need it. And this is a huge learning that I got through to him. So, everyone, say it with me. You have to live without regrets.
Now we have 2 minutes for the judges to mark their ballots. settle down. Here we go. Speaker number 10. Nipuna D. If you want to learn how to pass the scholarship O-level and A-level exams, then you must first understand how my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, the neighbors, and even the vegetable lady all sat for these exams. If you want to learn how to pass the scholarship O-level and A-level exams, then you must first understand how my brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, the neighbors, and even the vegetable lady all sat for these exams. Nipuna D.
Now, if you think that title was long, you should have seen the exam papers that we had to face. Good evening, dear guests. This is exactly how I felt about the endless exams that we have to go through as a student in Sri Lanka. But there's something that I've realized. It's not just a student who sits for these exams. It's everyone. My mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, my first cousin, my second cousin, my neighbor, and even the vegetable lady all become experts overnight. Let me start with some. There are 3 major exams that defines a student's life here in Sri Lanka. Namely, that's first the scholarship exam, which you call Shishatya in Sinhalese, the ordinary levels, and the advanced levels. But really, what they should be referred to as the exam of mothers, the exam of sirs, and the exam of the child. But let me tell you, the exam of the child is the hardest one. No support on that, just pure mental pressure. Right now, I have 2 siblings who are going through the same process that I have been. One who did the exam of mothers and one who did the exam of sirs this year. And I was watching them quietly. And I saw my mother turning into a drill sergeant or a CSI agent as soon as my brother came out from the exam hall. The interrogation started. Did the exam, was the paper hard? Did it give you a fright? Did the essay keep up you all night? What English questions did they throw your way? Did your friends survive? Or did they run away? My brother replied, the exam was easy if you love the stress. The essay, I got nonsense and hoped for the best. The exam questions were wild, I guessed on a whim. My friends, half are laughing and the rest too grim. But was my mother done? No. She grabbed her phone and joined the National Mothers Hotline. Ayyo! That child didn't write the English question. His father is English teacher. Taridu's mom taught him the same essay question last night before the exam. But the child couldn't write it. Poor guy. Wow, the tuition class had 1 question on the exam paper. Amazing teacher. Taridu's mom Taridu couldn't write the English question. Single question. Is he a foreigner or what? I got fed up. I shouted, You all should have written that exam. Letting the other mother on the other end also hear. In this church, I realized something. After taking 2 kids through the same process, my mother still didn't understand. Why they don't write these exams. Because my brother was going to the best school in the city. And even if he passes it, he won't go to Oxford or Harvard. He just goes to his living room. But you know who wins in the end of all of this? The tuition teachers. They earn so much than the doctors. Even the doctors are like, stop it. I'm not going to treat patients. I'm going to go teach a tuition class. And the scholarship tuition teacher, she doesn't drive a car. She goes on the helicopter. And I heard there's a rumor. She doesn't have a pilot. She has a pilot's license for teaching. But then the real drama started. My mom took a stack of papers and said, here, we are going to go through this right now. And my brother, tired, Mom, I'm tired. Can I just breathe? And my father was listening to this conversation. He shouted, Puta, call the evaluator and say, Sir, I got one answer wrong. Can I get it corrected? My mother's face turned red with embarrassment. Luckily, my father stopped her from ruining the little guy's vacation. But who knows what will happen when the results come out. And in this journey, I realized something. It's not the exam that we write on paper. It's how we face it, how we handle the pressure, how we laugh through the madness, and how we show up for each other even in the hard times again and again. And in that case, my family, as crazy as we are, has already passed. Thank you.
Can we take 2 minutes for the judges to mark their ballots? are now ready for our next speaker. Speaker number 11, Jenosia Leonard. The Tale of Mr. Holmes. The Tale of Mr. Holmes. Jenosia Leonard.
Before I start, I have to make a confession that I sleep with a reindeer. Good evening, everyone. His name is Mr. Home. He has a black ribbon tied around his neck, but a bit of a wonky nose and a suspicious chipped foot, but he's mine. Now, some people say that you're too old to have fluffed animals. To those people I say, you are never too old for unconditional love that doesn't talk back. Today, I want you to tell the story of Mr. Home. He came into my life on my 16th birthday. He had brown, soft fur and a little black ribbon around his neck. Now, his ears are flopped. His nose is a bit bent. That ribbon, long gone. Maybe it has been eaten by the washing machine. One day, my mom, without my permission, took him to a wash. And I was crying that whole night without my reindeer. But dramatically, we reunited in 48 hours. And we both were hugging each other. Once he got stuck in the ceiling. But I don't want to speak about that now. Homie has been there with me in all the situations. When I was sick, if it's a thunderstorm and it's rain, and if I'm emotionally down, he has always been with me. So yes, while most people outgrow their stuffed animals, I upgraded mine as my life partner. And remember, hug your reindeer, especially silent cotton filled ones. They may not fly, but they stick around. Thank you.
Now we have 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. now move on to our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, speaker number 12. Tenori Isalia, the super drug you refuse to take. The super drug you refuse to take. Tenori Isalia.
Good evening, everyone. Let me ask you a question. If there was a pill that made you smarter, boosts your immune system, prevents heart attacks and Alzheimer's, balances your mood swings, and even expands your lifespan, would you take it? Yes. Mind you, this pill has no cost, no side effects. Raise of hands who will take it. I mean, look at it, all of you are raising your hands. And this pill, it sounds like a miracle, but it exists. But the catch is, it's not there in a pharmacy, it's not there in a hospital. You know where it is? It's with you. Yeah, you, all of you right now have it with you. And thing is, guess what it is? It's in your bed, and it's called sleep. Yeah, sleep, you know, that sleep schedule that you keep ignoring like some kind of clingy ex, and you go back to it only when your life is falling apart. Yeah, that sleep schedule. Okay, so let me get real for a moment with you guys. Okay, I'm gonna take you back to one night in my life. Mind you, this is a usual night, and it's 3 a.m. and I'm awake. And I'm awake because of this excruciating pain that's in my body. My arms, my neck, my shoulders, my head. It's aching and it's burning. It's like a fire burning inside me. And that pain is so much, I can't fall asleep. There's no meds, no painkillers are there. And I'm just waiting for one thing. And that one thing is sleep. Because I know what sleep can do for you. And 8 blessed hours later, I wake up and my body, the pain hasn't vanished, but it's reduced enough that I can move and I can breathe again. And honestly, if sleep can bring that kind of peace to my body that's screaming in pain for the last 9 years, that's because of my medical condition, it's screaming in pain. But imagine for you, 8 hours of regular sleep every day, what it can do. So let me just give you some facts. Raise of hands who sleeps 5 hours or less every day. Oh God, there's people. Guys, I'm so sorry, but if you sleep less than 5 hours, your risk of heart attacks, heart diseases, it jumps by 300%. 300! And let's say you sleep for like 8 hours, it drops drastically. And the thing is, your heart, it throws a whole party when you sleep well. And the thing is, sleep isn't weakness, it isn't laziness. It's self-respect. Because your brain is a high-performance machine. And every machine needs maintenance, or else it'll crash. So this is where something called a glymphatic system comes in. Sounds like one of Elon Musk's, rejected baby names, glymphatic system. But it's actually your brain's incredible cleaning crew. So what it does is every night when you sleep, it shrinks your brain cells and it clears up all the toxic waste. So waste like amyloid beta, which is connected to Alzheimer's. So every time you stay up and you skip sleep, you're basically letting your brain marinate in its own toxic garbage juices overnight. What are you all doing, people? And the thing is, you stay up 20 hours, your brain functions like it's legally drunk. So then your office doesn't become a hub of innovation, it becomes a daycare for intoxicated adults in business casual. Like, guys, what are you doing? And gentlemen, especially you guys, you sleep less than 5 hours every night, your testosterone levels, it drops to a level of someone 10 years older. Guys, you're fast-tracking your midlife crisis like you're aging a decade overnight. And you know these all-nighters that everyone's so proud of in the corporate? I did this project, whatever. Guys, you're not being smart. This isn't a hustle.
Like, you aren't auditioning for, some kind of win over here. It's not productivity. Studies show that 25% of your brain cells actually die when you stay overnight. That's brain cell murder. What are you all doing? So take a moment. Close your eyes. Everyone close your eyes. And listen to your body. Just listen to it. Imagine, just see if it's hurting, whether it needs rest, whether it's tired. And the thing is, corporate culture, it gives gold stars for sleeplessness and calls it ambition. And it prices sleep deprivation like some kind of twisted trophy to win. So the most important question you all need to ask is, are you actually having enough rest, or are you confusing self-destruction for success? So in a world that glorifies the grind, become the rebel who rests. Thank you.
We will take 2 minutes for the judges to mark their sheets. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our final speaker of the night. Our speaker number 13, Minupama Karavasa. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. Minupama Karavasa.
Points to you if you recognize my topic from Toy Story. Ever since I saw Samtaki's message that we have to speak about something that I am passionate about, two things came to my mind: animals and human rights. So for those who know me, they know when I say animals, I mostly meant my dog. For everyone who thought that I'll be speaking about my dog, good evening. I am here to tell a story. As some of you may know, I was working in a human rights organization for the past 2 years, and in those 2 years, I came across so many stories where people were treated differently simply because of who they are. I grew up in, one boy was denied writing A-levels from the school because of who he is, and another person was denied a job because of who he is, and very recently a lady from my book club told me that she was denied a took right because of her religion.
I was raised in a relatively conservative household. So when one of my closest friends told me that she wants to convert to Islam, my first question was why? And when she told me why, I thought, okay, it's fine. She's not doing anything wrong. She's not harming anyone. It's her choice. So I said, okay. But the thoughts that was going in my head, it was different. Like I was thinking, it's such a big decision to make. Sometimes she forgets to even have dinner. So how is she taking such a big decision in her life? Because the household that I was brought up in, religion was something that you were born into. You don't change it. I was so glad that I didn't speak up my mind, because later on she told me that when she's gonna have her ceremony in the mosque, she wants me to be there out of all our friends. It made me so happy inside and very warm, because she felt safe with me. She wanted me to be there to share her happy moments. I never understood how people treat any other person differently simply because the other person is different from who they are, or how people discriminate another person, or how certain groups of people wish harm or incite violence against another group simply because of their religion or because they're just different people. Some of you may have seen the little rainbow tag that I wear on my bag. When I bought it for the first time and I wore it in my bag, I went to a restaurant with my sister. It was very busy, all the tables were full and we had to wait outside until we get a table. While I was waiting, we saw two queer kids. They looked a bit nervous, but they looked happy to be in each other's company. And for some reason, we got a table next to them. As we sat and I was talking to my sister, and I got a small tap on my shoulder and they were asking me, so where did you get that rainbow tag? It looks very nice, and it was so nice to see that symbol in a place like this. And they told me how it felt like a friend just walked in when they saw me wearing that rainbow flag. After that day, I made it a point to wear that tag everywhere I go. Even now in my bag, I have it. So for me, it took me a moment to think like, okay, my small act changed someone's day. Now you think for a moment how your act, something that you did, knowingly or unknowingly, may have changed someone's life for the better, day for the better or worse. I believe that all humans are equal, not by physically or by their strength, but if I have a right to live without fear and discrimination, so should you. That's something that I believe. Which is why you can't bargain with human rights, and that is also why even a murderer gets a defense of life. So today I want to leave you with this thought. In the current context, I believe that we need to speak up to make safe spaces. It could be a small act of solidarity. It could be wearing a tag or sharing a small story on Instagram, or maybe listening with empathy or going against what you were brought up with. But I think that we should all be a powerful force of voice in creating a safe space, because everybody deserves to feel like a friend just walked in.
Everybody, we will now take 3 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and also tally the points.
Last year.
All right, and with that, the judges have, after a very lengthy deliberation, given our votes. The votes have gone to the back to be counted and tallied, and they will come back shortly with the results. But while we do wait for the results, can we maybe, actually first, can we have all the GEP contestants today stand up, please, in the room? You're not sure at this point whether you're like GEP employees or not. Can I see everybody? Yes, so on to the, yes, everybody drinking iced coffee over there as well. Okay, brilliant. Take this moment in, right? When we started this journey, most of you didn't even dare come forward on your own and speak. A lot of you. You were nervous. You were completely shut down to the idea of doing this. And never in a million years would some of you all have had even thought of doing what you all did today. It was absolutely incredibly humbling to be your coach and trainer for this session, to have been a witness in that crowd and to see what you crafted today. So give yourself an immense round of applause. Because you came here today with heart. You came with passion, you came with purpose, and you came here with an absolute one goal in mind, and that was to challenge your fear. And you came forward and you did that, so give yourself another round of applause. I'm proud of each and every one of you. All right, so on that note, thank you everybody. Please take your seats.
And before we do, I think we should clap.
Privilege for me to have taken part in this journey with you, and I was absolutely, when I say this, I mean 100%, I was a really moving moment for me, and I really enjoyed being this part of this journey with you, so thank you for giving me that. So on that note, shall we hear a little about from the judges, please? If you can come forward and give your thoughts about what you witnessed today, coming from a third perspective. This is, I believe, the second time you have, some of you are first, but two of you the second time that you're coming forward. So maybe Elmo Gayatri, yes, please come forward and why don't you give us your thoughts as well. Can we give them a round of applause, everyone?
Thank you, Sandra. So we're supposed to be loud all the way there.
You're a Toastmaster.
You guys can't hear.
So who enjoyed being here and doing this today? Really no one? Alright, so really good job. I saw you all like a few months ago, right? Yeah, so a few months ago, and then I saw your debating skills, and then to come here and see you doing this is, I know, it's a privilege actually for me to be invited here, and I'm really humbled to be here and see this growth as well. So I know it's no easy step to come in front of an audience and speak, and I think you took that step today. And kudos to the management for encouraging that, because that is something that we see that is not happening, especially with people who come into the corporate world. So kudos to that. It's no easy step, and I saw some brilliant speakers with good speech structures and good anchoring, good messages, and good vocal variety as well. So it was really nice to see little gems hidden in all your speeches, and I'm sure you have a long way to go. You just need to keep polishing it up, and brilliant job, guys, and I think we need to give you a round of applause all over here.
Usually a very quiet person in our club as well, but it certainly has a lot to say.
Yeah, I think it was a great contest. We had some really good speeches. It was a really tough job for us as judges to watch all and to decide on what would be the final results. I think the group here, like a lot of energy, a lot of ideas, and the passion that they showed up here on stage was really encouraging and really a good treat for us as well. Yeah, great evening all together. I think you all have a lot of talent, and just keep it going, and I'm sure you all will, we can see some good things to come in the upcoming months as well. Yeah, after all, it has been a good Friday night. Hope it continues.
Thank you very much, everybody. Alright, so I believe the counting of votes are still undergoing. It was not an easy decision. It was absolutely not an easy decision. I can attest to that. There's a lot of discussion going in the top front here about what to do. And that is a testament to how good you guys were today. So, tick, 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 tick. All well done. So, Leonard, you had a couple of things you need to say. You want to say it now or later?
I'll say it later.
You want to say it later? Okay. So we will wait, I believe, it shouldn't be too long now, so let's take another 1 minute and we will be back with the results very soon. Feel free to refresh yourself at this time. Ice coffee?
You can actually start eating.
Ice coffee? Ice coffee?
Wishmi.
You didn't start, that's fine. I don't ask you.
Can you get someone else to start coming?
Yeah, he's the one who
You can hear now.
Thank you so much.
gentlemen, can we take your seats back again? And can I invite Pereira to come forward first to give away the certificates of participation. Can we have somebody take photos? All right, let's keep the applause coming in. Okay, the certificate of participation going to first, Joanna, Leonard. Certificate going for Wishmi Pereira. Let's keep the applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Kabisha, I know everybody's tired, but let's keep it going and pass the place. Hassini, Anand. Milantha, Cruz. Let's hurry up, getting to the podium. Tinuki, be the singer. Himali, Gunatilaka. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Minup. Let's go. Jenosia, Leonard. Nipuna D, ladies and gentlemen. Tenori, Isalia. And Nipuna Karavasa. Thank you very much, Jenosia. Thank you. We now move on to the results. And the room fell silent. Okay. Can I please invite the judges forward, please, to give away the certificates? Can we have Toastmaster Gayatri, Toastmaster Elmo, and Toastmaster Birinka, please? Can we give them a round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, here are the results of the GEP speech contest. In second runners-up, we have Minup D.
Stop it.
Alright. In runners up, do we have any guesses? Ladies and gentlemen, the runners up goes to Karavasa. The GEP Speech Contest champion of this year goes to Tenori, Isalia. Can we have the other two winners please that also come forward to take a picture? From the side, and then if you could also come forward for the picture as well. You should take a picture like that.
Check moments. Yes.
Check is already bouncing.
Yes. Alright. Your champions of the season. Congratulations to the champions. I must confess though this was not an easy decision. The judges did in fact have a very hard time selecting these three individuals as the winners because you absolutely made it very difficult for them. Like I said before, you got each and every one of you made me very extremely proud, and I consider all of you winners today. So the one last time, you got conclude the speech contest of GEP for this year. Jenna would like to say a few words.
So that was brilliant. Big round of applause again, guys. Simply in awe in what I saw in all of you, the growth. Yes, there's only 3 places, but in my books, everybody did quite well. And you guys are brilliant. Thank you, Samita, for all the work, effort you put in, sometimes beyond what our arrangement was. Thank you so much. Let's give her a big round of applause. Husband, spouse, whatever. All the support you all gave in helping through your wife, your daughter, your son come through here today, because I know it was not an easy task. Today, walking into office, it was as if it was a holiday. People are not working, everybody was nervous. But guys, looking back at what went through the entire day today and seeing how you guys spoke today, brilliant work. super happy about what I saw today. Thank you so much for putting in that effort. As is the case with all our events, and as some of you spoke of one of our dear friends who's no longer with us, I'm sure from up there he's smiling down, all excited, jumping up and down, seeing how you guys spoke. So thank you for all that. And with that, I have a quick announcement, and I think it's nothing but fitting to have it shared today. For some of you already know it. I was holding it back for a lot longer than I should have. As you know, Saji was one of our directors at GEP. Since his passing away, it's been challenging. We've all rallied around with each other, trying to take things through forward. It's taken me 7 months and 7 days to come to a decision in terms of who I appoint in lieu of him, and who takes things forward. Once each and every one of you contributed so dearly, so greatly into keeping us going. It's been tough, and it's been not an easy decision, taking everything into consideration. I'm pretty sure our guardian angel Saji up there would agree with my decision too. I'd like to announce that starting 1st of July, we have a new director that's been appointed for GEP, and that's Milantha Cruz. Growth in you over the last 7 months specifically. Thank you for what you put in. Thank you to each and every other one of you that has contributed towards bringing us here. And I wanted to use today to let everybody know, if you put in that effort, take the small steps, keep growing, you can get to the place where you want to be. He didn't want to be a director, he doesn't like being called director, Milantha. But then it's nothing but fitting to have someone like him lead this organization to its next stage. So thanks, Mel, for what you put in. Congratulations. Once again, great work. Let's now enjoy a little bit of food. So help yourselves. Oh yeah, there's a group photo. That's what I was looking at. To all those who joined in live, thank you. After the group photo, we'll keep it. Nipuna. Guys, can we take the group photo real quick?
Can everybody come forward?
Thanks.
Judges too.
How do I? Bye bye.
Alright. Let's go.
Yeah. Enough.